Guys, it's me, Fizzle, and welcome to another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to record your desktop, your game, whatever, on OBS Studio. I know there's a lot of tutorials out there, but I just thought I'd make one explaining how I do it. So you'll first come to a screen that looks pretty much like this, and I'll go through the settings in depth. So first, let's go to click the settings button. You can click it down there, go to File, and Settings. Let me turn that down a little bit. I'm live streaming as well right now, so. So, your normal, we'll just go through it. This part quick. You have your normal language, which mine is English. Theme, this whiteness here is such an eyesore, so I change it to dark. It just makes everything look better in my opinion. This you won't have to really worry about. Okay. Here, if you're going to be streaming on OBS Studio, this setting here is going to make it so whenever you click that stream button, it's going to automatically save it to a file, like do a recording as well. But since I stream to YouTube, it automatically uploads it, so I can just uncheck that. For source alignment snapping, you won't need to worry about that too much. Stream, you want to click streaming services, and it automatically has Hitbox, Twitch, YouTube, all of that in there. You can click YouTube/YouTube Gaming. And I'm not going to show you guys how to get your beta key. If you guys want to get a beta key, I'll do another video on that, or you can just search one up yourself. It's pretty like normal. For output here, if you really just want a quick, easy stream to set up, like I don't care so much about little fine details, then just change your mode to simple. Advanced is gonna be like all this, and just no point. For this simple, your video bitrate is how good the quality of your video is gonna be when you're streaming, depending on your internet. So if you do a speed test and you have super fast internet, like pretend over 100 download, 100 up and 30 upload, whatever, you could set it to 3,500. It really, if you're streaming, I don't like this here, but if you're streaming 1080p, then I recommend at least going for 2,500. But if you have super good internet, then go for 3,500. You can just screw around with the setting until you get it right. But if you have super slow internet, just go into the hundreds range. It'll look like shit, you know. For your encoder, I only have software, but if you have an Intel API, you could probably select that, but it's probably going to be shit. For audio bitrate, this is how good the quality of your audio in the stream is going to be. 128 is good enough for me, but some people might want 320 or 32. This also affects your bitrate. Like your internet might slow it down a little bit, but honestly, I find that I don't need it past 128. You could just check these two. For encoder profile, this is really important. So if you press Control-Shift-Tab, it'll bring up Task Manager here. And no, there's no porn open. If I go to Performance and CPU, I could see that I have an Intel Core i7 6700. I forgot if it's the Cave edition, but whatever, it's pretty much the same. If you have a super fast CPU, then you can go into the faster range. But if you want it to still look great, you know, if you don't have that good of a CPU, you go to super fast. But I found that very fast for me. If you have at least an i5, you can do that easily. The custom encoding settings, that's not really that important unless you want like really fine tuning on how much of your CPU you're going to be using. For your recording path, you can just hit the browse button and you can select whatever folder. I want mine to be in the recordings folder I have here. Self-explanatory, basically. Recording quality. Okay, here's where it's gonna get tricky. This will slow down your CPU a shit ton. If you are putting it on lossless quality, I do not recommend that. If you have a fairly good computer like mine, I would go for the I can never pronounce the word that one. It does create a very large file size, but if you have over 10 upload, then you should be fine. High quality still looks good, but it's not going to give you that extra edge that you like, you know. It's hard to explain it, but it's the way it is. For the encoder, just do your software. You can generate the names basically without spaces, like with your recording. So you know, it's instead of saying like recording space 1, it'll be like recording 1 kind of thing. Onto the audio, our sample rate, we just want to leave it 48 K hertz, and we want to make it to stereo. Unless you have a mono microphone and a mix amp, then you can go to mono. For a desktop audio device, you just can click default, and if you see a number 2, you just disable it. Unless you're going to be streaming with someone else or using another computer or sound source, you can just disable it. For my microphone, I have the Blue Yeti, so I'll select that. But pretend my friend's all the way over there, and they want to be using their mic on my my stream as well. So I could select like my webcam or my other webcam mic, or just your default, whatever. You could have up to 3. Actually, you could have more, I think. You can enable push to mute, push to talk with your desktop and your microphone. So you can set hotkeys in the hotkeys tab, which I'll get to in a minute. And I really don't need these because I can just slide the sliders down quickly, but if you could have them. And for video, I have a 1080p monitor to them, so I use my for 1080p monitor, the aspect ratio is 1920 by 1080. On a laptop, it's 1366 by 768 or something like that, and on a 720p, it's 1980 or it's 1280 by 720. So it's whatever you feel is right. And if you don't have that good of a video card or CPU, you could just switch this to 1280 by 720. It autofills it. Which basically what this will do is it's going to record your stuff in 1080p, but it's going to smush it down basically to 720p, so that it takes less space, like, and uses less of your resources. But since my computer can handle it, I can do 19. If you're recording 1080p and your computer is semi-good, just go with the, I don't know how to pronounce that one, bicubic, yeah, bicubic, but it's not much of a difference in performance from from this. But this Billionaire, oh my god, my English, Billionaire is gonna make a difference. So basically this is your common FPS value. It's gonna be sent to integer or fractional first, so you want to set it to common. And if you don't need to do more than 30 FPS, you leave it at 30 FPS, but if you play like really fast shooting games and stuff that can go over, I recommend shooting it at 60 because it's going to look nice and be smooth. Excuse me. With the hotkey section, it's pretty much what you would expect from hotkey section, so I like my recording control up and control down. You can add more hotkeys for the same one by just clicking the pluses, minuses to remove them. And I'll get into this stuff later. Okay. Advanced priority processing. Unless you have a really low CPU game that you're playing, like CPU intensive, then you can put this to normal. Let me rephrase this. If you're playing a game that requires a lot of CPU, but you want this to come out more and kind of slow down the game instead of slowing down the recording, you would change it to above normal. But basically, when it comes to your task manager, you have all these processes here, and pretend this system was Minecraft. And that this OBS is taking up 20, but if I wanted to allocate it over and give it more resources, I would give it to the system. Okay, I think I just confused everyone in the chat. Render, just leave it direct 3D. Video adapter, if you have like an Elgato, I'm guessing, or Avermedia or Hapog, you'd put that in there. Color format, all this you could just leave. File name formatting, basically this is how the name's gonna look. So it's gonna put, I don't know what CCUY is. It's gonna put the month, the day, the hour, the milliseconds and seconds. That's for recording. It's gonna just tell me everything. Stream delay, if you're playing like H1Z1 and you don't want anyone to stream snipe, you just click enable, and you can put stream delay, excuse me, to as much as you want. However, I don't recommend it if you're just going to be streaming normal games and you don't really care. Reconnect automatically, this is completely your choice. So if your internet goes down while you're streaming and then it comes back up, it's gonna, after 10 seconds, it'll reconnect and put you back on. I don't know why it's checked for me, I don't want it. Now, I gotta sneeze. Allergies. You'll come to this place where it says scene sources. You'll have your desktop audio, your mic audio. You might have another one that says something else. But that's okay. You could, if it's not one of the ones you selected, you could just drag it to the bottom. So if you've ever used OBS, you'll be very familiar with this, but it'll look a bit different. You'll have your scenes and sources, and your scenes think of it like Lua coding. Your scenes is the parent to all the sources, which is the child, so it can hold all of that, and you can switch between them. So for main recording, it's just a desktop capture, which is a monitor capture in normal OBS, but here it's called display capture. For webcam, I don't know why it says webcam, but I don't have one in there. And for my league streaming, I have my YouTube streaming layout in here. For scene, let's get into the basic stuff. Image, you can just select a file from your desktop or wherever and put an image in there. Image slideshow, you just select a bunch of images and it'll cycle through them through the amount of time you set them. Browser source, sometimes, most of the time everyone has this, but like already installed on them, but if you don't, then you can go to the OBS Studio browser plugin. I think it's already pre-installed, but the browser plugin is the same thing as a CLR. What's it called on here? On normal OBS? A CLR browser, which basically you can put in certain websites like your follow alert or donation alert, and it'll pop up like on Twitch alerts and Night Dev and all that crap. Next we have media source. I've never really used this before. I don't know. I think this is for music. Yeah, so if I would go to my desktop here and put the funny Chinese song that I don't know I have in there. Yeah, it'd have the media source and it's playing right there. Text, pretty simple. You have your text. And that's about it. For display capture, this will capture whatever desktop you want. So this is mine here, my streaming desktop. I don't know why I don't have my chat open right now, but I don't. This is going to capture my normal desktop here. You can move everything around, press on these red little circles to kind of size the windows and everything. If you've ever used OBS, then this is actually way better because it has way better snapping, which won't just snap to random shit now. Window capture. This is for capturing pretend. This is my OBS I see right now, which is right there. So I can basically capture the window names. Oh my god, something in my voice. And here we got game capture, which whenever you have a game that uses DirectX or OpenGL, you're going to want to uncheck capture any full screen application, click from executable name to window title, and everything that uses DirectX or whatever will show up there. You click on it and boom. So here's my OBS again. Hello. What else we got? Video capture device. This is my webcam, or your webcam. Since I'm already using my Logitech webcam, I'll go to this one here, which is will show my messy room. I don't think... is this broken? Is the webcam broken? I do not know. But, it's pretty simple. I guess that webcam's... Oh, right, it's using Skype right now. I'm in the call zone. Yeah, good. Audio input. You guys won't really use that too much. And that's about it. Now, here's a cool feature I'd like to show you. So let me open up a game like... Let me just open up Minecraft. I'll go 1.8.9. I'll just wait for it to load for a second. And no, I do not play Minecraft anymore. Oh yes, leaking my DMs right on there in Skype. Let me actually close that sheet. I don't need to be talking on Skype no more. So I'll just go into a single player world, cave escape. Now to record Minecraft, you want to make sure it's a window capture, because for some reason game capture bugs out with this. And you want to click the Java WEXE Minecraft. Sometimes this happens, or oh no, wait, game capture. Alright, yeah, you have to use a game capture for this one, sorry. So as you can see, let me full screen this, and oh Jesus, yeah, bastards. I just want to make this a quick tutorial and continue with my stream, but if pretend it's not filling out the whole space, you want to hold shift and then drag it, because you can make it whatever when you're holding shift. Alt also can make you resize it, like it's basically a crop. And boom. Now let me just click always on top here and just move you to the side. As you can see, it's capturing everything here. And I don't know, I don't play this map. Okay, so basically this is all you have to do is hit your recording hotkey or click the start recording button in the bottom there, and it's gonna start recording automatically for you. And it's cool fucking shit. I do recommend having 2 monitors so you can always keep an eye on it. If you have 3, then you can have porn on the 3rd one. And the cool thing with that is that I believe, I don't actually do this, but I believe that if you have porn in the 3rd one, then you can basically use another audio and make so that you can hear the porn, but the stream can't, or not even porn, like YouTube. I don't know why I even brought that up. I'm just retarded, but it's funny the things you can do with it. And basically, you click stop recording when you're done, or stop streaming. It's all the same. And here's a really cool thing I'd like to show you, which is called studio mode, which brings a whole new concept into OBS. You click studio mode, and you're thinking, huh, there's 2 of the fucking screens. And as you can see, I'm dragging this, and this isn't showing, and you're probably wondering why. Probably not, though. Let's put a display capture here as well. And you're probably wondering, well, why isn't it showing up there? Well, that's because you can edit your scenes on the go without your stream seeing it, all the messy and rough work. And this is what they see right now, and this is what you see, which is your editing scene. And basically, if I click this transition button, they'll be able to see this. If I would delete this window capture and click transition, that's what they would see. You can make cool transitions to when it actually crosses over. And yeah, like, it's cool as fuck. I use OBS Studios to record everything. I'm just using OBS Classic because I wanted to record my desktop, like, which had my other OBS, because I don't believe you can record OBS while using OBS without it going something wrong, you know. But that's what I got. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.